And then me say a lot of Christians are disappointed because osofo kesiye pan baako ewo Ghana ye frɛ no Prophet Bernard L. Bernard. Enkom sha eya wo sha ebemu nti no nkrofo gini die na ohyenkom eka say Kennedy Agyapong ebewini na 2028 Kennedy Agyapong ababedane president na osofo yi eje ne nkomhye ni die ema watro hu book ni na ema woko radio stations ekoka ho asem ye interviews. In fact san nkomhye we hu nti no one ada asofo ako because ada asofo ene ne ba be kasa mo trend se masa Kennedy Agyapong na wo hye nkom afa ne ho no waye adebone etia asofo wo Ghana krom ha die ntia ena wo hye nkom afa ne ho oni omo ekonye oni omo nya wentwi kasa anope ikra no oba betroye se wono de Nyankopon ne nakasa se Kennedy Agyapong ne be wini nti no mo a mo beto ama Kennedy Agyapong no mun jubilate enda me ne o ka say baomia e de Kennedy Agyapong wanim etwitwi fom se tinchiram trese baomia bokene trese enya broketwa wa bono rough wa manega over 30%. Inyasem kitwa in an election over 30%. Not just say no. There is something wrong somewhere. And until Kennedy Agyapong crab about saying Ababe conceded defeat early. And it's quite funny how Kennedy Agyapong was when he was campaigning, he was speaking against Baumia, said Baumia conceded defeat in Temdodo. Etia Mahama, no Kennedy Agyapong nyadia wo beyesa. But Wababonti Ababe conceded defeat. Ama osofo Bernard L. Bernard nso ababonten de bone ebesre bone fache efi Ghana for ho se Ghana for fa ne bone nche no enkomhia wo share no anto nti Ghana for fa nche no bo mo a wo mo me hu ne say some people are disappointed and there are some Christians are blaming God se osofo we yi obi a wo mo ginidi nti die ntia na Nyankopon wa ma osofo yi wa hye nkomo a ambem ama Kristo som no ase ende nkrofo benya bibia dia akaseti a Kristo som oye Kristo ni na wotie mi don't worry mama wati ase say if you read the Bible from cover to cover obehu ne say the Bible is a living word, and the reason why we say the Bible is a living word is because every single thing na ewo Bible ni mu no ende egusu esi ewo wiase mu. And so I'm going to find a Bible story for you. So oye Kristo ni na wutie mi a, I am going to find a Bible story for you to see say the AC no esi wo Bible mu pen. So don't be disappointed. Nyankopon de o wose ne oye ne nyama. So don't be disappointed at all. Nti yanko kenkan eye Prophet L. Bernard ensemo a ode to dwa ba me srende your first time wa ha. Subscribe and click the notification bell ne so. Oye ne sa latest news bi aba onsa ebe ka meguso a kai mo say book na at that screen in the friend the Ghanaian investor. It is your most practical guide ever Ghana had, the only book in this country that is going to show you where to put your money, where to invest. Secret places be ever Ghana ha enkrofo a womunim no omudinye sika. Book we bet those secret places. Mr. Pe book ni binato 100 cedis pe. Fre 055 807 4986 and our WhatsApp at that same number 055 807 4986 and request for the book. Mema on the PDF and now say ni videos na ewo hono. Say outside Ghana now pay hard copy of the book. I just go on Amazon and type the Ghanaian investor. It is the only book you are going to get that talks about Ghana's investment sector. And now say there is a link in the comment box. In fact, there are 3 links in the comment box. The middle one, click here. Now, Yenko, or say, public statement and apology. I wish to address the inaccurate prophetic declarations I made concerning the new Patriotic Party presidential primaries. Through a book, videos, and media interviews, I stated that Honorable Kennedy Agyapong would win the primaries and become the flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party. That word did not come to pass. I missed it. I was wrong. I am deeply sorry, and I ask for your forgiveness. Or say what throw book, or a video, or ye interviews I can't say Kennedy Agyapong be winning. Sansem na wakan ye no. Ambim Momfa ne bone nche no. See, because I spoke publicly with prophetic authority, many people trusted my word, and some were affected emotionally, spiritually, and politically. I acknowledge this with humility. I take full responsibility for this prophetic word. I sincerely apologize to everyone who trusted my word and was hurt, disappointed, or negatively impacted in any way. I am especially sorry to those who made decisions based on what I declared. I do not blame anyone or shift responsibility. I accept that this prophecy as declared failed. This moment has caused me to pause, reflect, and realign myself in accountability and discernment regarding how prophetic revelations are communicated. I remain committed to integrity, growth, and truth. Ti adeɛ wei amana tonebo power abrabom ehun ne said nan say me kom enimu a nkom hye bi ba e wo say me hwe ne yi ansa me kasa. I say to all who were disappointed or hurt, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. To believers in Ghana and around the world who felt disappointed or wounded, I sincerely ask for your forgiveness. I offer my apology to any believer in whom my actions may have sown doubt regarding the voice of God and his ability to speak to his people. I am grateful to those who have corrected me and are correcting me in love, and to those who continue to pray for me. Signed, Prophet Bernard L. Bernard Nelson Eshen. Enti waka esrebo ne fache. We hu ne ye, wanka ne ye, or accept responsibility. On blame you obia. Ghana fon fa ne bone nche no. Na ade we onye ne biom. Cool. Me say oye Christo ni na wotie me. I am going to reference the Bible. I'm going to read the Bible so you understand the ade we are is no. Don't blame Bernard L. Bernard. Don't blame Bernard L. Bernard. Na nyankopon owose ne oye ne nyama. The reason why we read the Bible as Christians ne say ye pese ye hu se ne nyankopon ya ade. Ye pese ye hu de nyankopon wodo. Ye pese ye hu nyankopon se ne osifa ye ne nyama. Let me read 1 Kings 22. The story of Prophet Micaiah. Na mo follow me a channel. Mo says our story way. I have read it on countless occasions, and I'm going to read it again because it is relevant for this story. I say Micaiah prophesies against Ahab. Now let's read the story. I say for 3 years there was no war between Aram and Israel, but in the 3rd year, Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, went down to see the king of Israel. Now, once the Bible name no. Na Israel for ye baako. Enti under Solomon. Solomon koye nyame bia Nyankopon ba beje we ni bi free nsem no. Sa time na omontem eba betete ya ba benya Israel and Judah. What you say? Enti going forward in the Bible from that time no, na the Israelites and the I don't know how they call them, but Judah for any Israel for. But ye kan wo mu nyina ye nipa baako. But no montemu acheche. Will be a one hene. What you say? Into your same baby by na entokwa etwecha for 3 years. But in the 3rd year, no, Judah for hene ye Israel for nia for now. Judah for hene eba behu Israel for hene. I said the king of Israel had said to his officials, "Don't you know that Ramoth Gilead belongs to us? And yet we are doing nothing to retake it from the king of Aram." So he asked Jehoshaphat, "Will you go with me to fight against Ramoth Gilead?" Inti Judah for hene eko ninia a ye Israel for hene eho. Ena Israel for hene ne ka kire ne say, "Oh, asase bi ye dia na nkrofo bi ti so. Yanko ne yanko nkoje, boame ne yanko ho ne yanko kun ne yanje." Israel for hene ne ka kire Judah for hene no, Jehoshaphat. Na sa time no eye Ahab a wo ye Israel for hene no ono no fa Nyankopon asem enya asem, but Jehoshaphat a wo no ye Judah for hene no ono no odonyame. Enti tie de Jehoshaphat kan o si Jehoshaphat replied to the king of Israel, "I am as you are, my people as your people. my horses as your horses. But Jehoshaphat also said to the king of Israel, first seek the counsel of the Lord. I say, oh, said Israel, Judah, yeah, nemo. Solomon and Asokoko ye din na yentembe but ye nya ye nyanom. Inti me nkrofo ye wo nkrofo. Me ponko ye wo ponko. Ye moja ye wo moja, nanso me srew. Ye nko nyame anim nkonko bisa na nsa, ya kwa akon na akon de ma ye ready se meboa. Ba ye nko nyame anim nkonko bisa na nsa. Tie de si ha. So the king of Israel brought together the prophets, about 400 men tio. Inti Ahab, ye Israel for him, okofa edifo by omoye 400. Ahana story ne 400 prophets, and asked them, shall I go to war against Ramoth Gilead, or shall I refrain? Okofa edifo 400 da womo abenya womo tenya mene bisa omo se tokwana meko no ekwa medi nkunim ana ama menko. Osi go, they answered, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand. Osi ko na Nyankopon de be hye wonsa obedi nkunim. We ye edifo 400 bako 400. Omo ni na bompa Yesu afre Nyankopon e na Nyankopon aka atro omo. Asene omo ka no, se Nyankopon aka atro omo se wo kwa obedi nkunim na tie de si ha. But Jehoshaphat asked, is there no longer a prophet of the Lord here whom we can inquire of? Now, so Jehoshaphat, a son say, ono Benjamin, he had the spirit of discernment. Eka say, even though 400 prophets, aka say still ye bedin kunim no, me feel well. Also fufu frobie ni wana na tie di okan. Also the king of Israel answered Jehoshaphat, there is still one prophet through whom we can inquire of the Lord, but I hate him because he never prophesies anything good about me, but always bad. He is Micaiah, son of Imlah. Also, odifo ba kubi wo ho. Ono de ninke betumi akon ho nanso me tan no because wa hya me honkom bia e ya de bone. De bia wa hya me honkom a de bone. Inti me tan no kokokokokokokoko. Na tie de si wa ha. Or say the king should not say such a thing. Jehoshaphat replied. Jehoshaphat got on him and said, Dabi, yen kasentia wo odifo sa. So the king of Israel called one of his officials and said, bring Micaiah, son of Imlah, at once. So fresh I would for no Micaiah, dressed in their royal robes. The king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, were sitting on their thrones at the threshing floor by the entrance of the gate of Samaria, with all the prophets prophesying before them. Now Zedekiah, son of Kenana, had made iron horns, and he declared, this is what the Lord says, with these you will gore the Arameans until they are destroyed. All the other prophets were prophesying the same thing. Attack Ramoth Gilead and be victorious, they said, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand. The messenger who had gone to summon Micaiah said to him, look at the other prophets without exception are predicting success for the king. Let your word agree with theirs and speak favorably. But Micaiah said, as surely as the Lord lives, I can tell you him only what the Lord tells me. When he arrived, the king asked him, Micaiah, shall we go to war against Ramoth Gilead or not? Attack and be victorious. He answered, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand. Yakofra odifo ibae. Yakofra ne bae no. Eni ebisa no. Yakwa yebedi nkunim ana tie. Odifo Micaiah ka se ane wokwa obedi nkunim. Nyankopon aka atreme se wokwa obedi nkunim. Tie o. Micaiah no so ba be can the same thing. I say attack and be victorious. He answered, for the Lord will give it into the king's hand. The king said to him, how many times does that make you swear to tell me nothing but the truth in the name of the Lord? It have no or no hin in the cranatone, so because on him so deep for Micaiah dear, on cast and pan family. So no pa babe can say medin kunim, yamisi medin kunim, no deep for Nankasa, and so your hin in Nankasa wonjindi. Or say me say can acquire treme, medin kunimana. Not ye. Or say the king said to him, how many times? And say then Micaiah answered, I saw all Israel scattered on the hills like sheep without a shepherd. And the Lord said, these people have no master. let each one go home in peace. The king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, didn't I tell you that he never prophesies anything good about me, but only bad? Micaiah continued, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, with all the multitudes of heaven standing around him on his right and on his left. And the Lord said, who will entice Ahab into attacking Ramoth Gilead and going to his death there? One suggested this, and another that. Finally, a spirit came forward, stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. By what means? The Lord said, I will go out and be a deceiving spirit in the mouth of all the prophets, he said. Ahase na me person will be a eshen nso no. Enti Micaiah, odifo no ka tre ne ma ne pressure ne no ka say, ena me hu se Nyankopon tina henwa mu. Ena ahonhom etale ne ho. Na asem a wo ka ne say, why na betumi akwakoye adwuma we ya ma me? Because me pese ohene na efe ne Ahab no we di bone ache. Me pese me ye ne bibi. Why na betumi akọ? Nti ho na ahonhom ne ba ko kan say Nyankopon mekọ. Ose adwuma no be ya ne sen, ose me kọ a metwa edifo ne ntro. Nti edifo na be ye omo say efinyame ho na aba. And so every single person who say odifo no waka say Kennedy Agyapong be di nkunim, Kennedy Agyapong be di nkunim, na it's just a Bible story I'm letting you know. Yes, odifo no betumi ate say efinyame ho na aba. But you don't know the purpose. Onim di enti Nyankopon wama na aba ne saa. So don't be disappointed say odifo aka bibi, say obi be di nkunim na nipa ko ne di nkunim nti emma wonda ne Kristo ni biom da bi. The Bible is full of stories like that. You don't know why it came like that. Don't be disappointed. That is why I wanted to read a story. Inti anya se odifo no oye we di events atro odifo no probably otiye ena waka anya ntro no wedi Nyankopon nim de woye. The same as the story of Ahab and prophet Micaiah. 400 prophets prophesy. Or no prophet Micaiah ne kra no, he prophesied. Inti na kenya se ohene no ena de pressure to prophet Micaiah so a. Na ka prophet Micaiah beko. Ekokosi a ye beka se prophet Micaiah so etwa ntro plus the 400 prophets. Besan se ohene ne de pressure to ne so no. Ena Micaiah kan se die mi huni. But nini nechi still ohene no wentie. Me say me melodies ameti he Nyankopon asemu a waka ade ba kwa Nyankopon wo se won pe ene say ye betwa ntro de ato obi so me maintenance say me follow prophet Nigel da, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Maintenance, I don't even remember the last time I sat down. Mike say video 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes long of Nigel metie me nyesa. Gane D4 no maintenance say metie wo D4 bi me nyesa. It doesn't mean I don't believe in prophecy. I believe in prophecy. As to whether they are from God or not, I don't know. So I'm not going to judge them. But adia Nyankopon onfa wo bone nchew ene say wo tina TV so any radio so etwa ntrat wo sofo so se we kum obi na mbra sa time no wa ban wo so mo ntumi anya hwe yanche saa wo difo no. We sat in this country and we saw Kennedy Agyapong on TV, radio station, lie. And the reason why I'm saying it is a lie, they say, why is it that I buy into me and China you guys this our time no? We sat on this platform. We saw how Kennedy Agyapong lied on Obinim. Mimi nyobia mitie Obinim, Bishop Obinim. But clearly, we share someone Kennedy Agyapong ka for Obinim wa o twantro to ne so. E sha se was Obinim akwa se wo COVID dro nanso video no obi ni masem a no wo ka ne say yesi me wo covid duro me sremo enye no kware ehwo a yakwa kate yesi me wo covid duro no yakate ehwo yesi na free ho ene yeja me wo covid duro ena Kennedy Agyapong kopo ni TV so ede attack obi nim say wo covid duro na otwa Ghana phone tro. How can you do this to someone who is a prophet or someone who is a bishop, who is a man of God, and expect say yesi ya hye nkoma fa ho na ebebem? How can you accuse that where Nigerians were nipa, whether whatever he has done, but you sit on TV, tre wo ba bi picture, tre se Nigerians na kum sa wo ba no. At the end of the day, ube believe in Nyankopon enkomhye. Inti me no, me blame El Bernard, because the Bible amayati asye. Says our time no a D4 400 and come no na free throw na eba we be ka say eh na nyame wo twantro you masa Nyankopon you never know, but it is in the Bible. Nyankopon ka say sa ade we me pese me train ni bibi me train na nyansa enti no wan le be kwa koye adwuma na ma me ahonhom ne se me na mekọ osi be ne sen osi me dad de D4 no am D4 ne edi nanimu a ebe ye ne se ye no kware obekọ no na ade na enye no kware nti ende se El Bernard ababe kan don't say enu hunti Christosum dien dabi men kasa is in the Bible me there the little I can say no me ma de we mbu abemu e wo Christosumu me say have a personal relationship with God. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. Even if you read the Bible, if you read James chapter 1 verse 27, read James chapter 1 verse 20, it tells you what Nyankopon requests from us. No kwani nyame nim no see e kan asore kokra no asore ko, it is just for the good of it, but you see e kan also we a true Christian and can you be our kwasorimpo ma men try de Nyankopon eka say ye ka so be a religious a wono nyame hu ne say say nipa ko na ye religious. First James, right? James 1:27 de Nyankopon eka say wono no hu sa de no say religious any or see religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans. Or say the Nyankopon wonu hu ne say o ye we a ene na hu say o ye nyame adwuma tie ha. Or say to look, or say religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless. The Nyankopon gidi say o ye religious, o ye pure, wakome mu ye clean, ye den. 1, to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Nyankopon no de wonu hu ebema ne hu ne se wo ye meba wo ye Kristoni no eye de wo hwe ejanka wo hwe omo a wo mokunu mu ewu owia you keep yourself from being polluted by the world. You can't say being polluted by the world that eye de send ye we are greed any bre bonny a woman no make sure say we nimbre make sure say when you're jealous make sure say when you're bitter unya bienya bibi woni bi ubufu why make sure say you are not corrupted by the world. And then Nyankopon hu ne say wo ye na ejuma. It is the Bible, it is in there. James chapter 1 verse 27. It ye ka Christoni krana. It is good to pray. But a young crofo say, me kwa sorry and etrese me a Christoni, me to me bompa 10 hours and etrese me a Christoni. All those things are not important to God though. The Bible in James chapter 1 verse 27 is telling us what God sees as faultless. The Nyankopon hu ne say wo ye Christoni no, wo ye religious person no, e ye den ene na waka. Obi a wo hwe nyanka. Obi a nanim brade. Obi a woni bie wo hwe omo. Aha, wo no na Nyankopon hu say yes, we ye meba. Nti me efutu a me de be ma on say have a personal relationship with God. It is good to know a D4 or D4 can be betrayal. It is good, but have a personal relationship with God. Have a personal conviction with God that so will be kwa share won come na yen kombone krana wo be kwa nyame ni maka se nyankopon de nipa kuri wo kani. I know the relationship I have with you, and I know the promises you have on my life. Nyankopon man nipa kuri we ni mingwase na hwese se nipa kuri na wo share sa nkom no. Say nyankopon ene ka kire ne pan na on ma men kanto say hey nyankopon ni me akasa o se dabi wo de mu bia mfa ne san kan hwe so man be kasa asem ne ntrewa. Build a personal relationship with God. Say your 5 minutes pe na obetumi abom pa ya nyankopon me srew. Discover yourself, show yourself to me. A diffo bebreba omo confuse me we fa ha we ka we o fa ha we ka we me pese me hu se wo ho ana nyankopon yi wo ho tre me, and see whether you are not going to start seeing certain things in your life. Build a personal relationship with God. Abana sana osofo bi sorry ene we masa wo de wonim de nyame aka kire wo na ye ni ha election time ye ni ha man kan kire mo. Man can't tell me say mate wo masumu say omo be try say omo be wia muni amokai proud to the elections me catch them ne D4 kan ba omia be wini ba omia be, and a lot of people were worried. Me catch them say ma pompa ya tre nyankopon asemo a mete wo masumu ne say omo be try say omo be wia now, so at the end of the day emfa man be kan enye no anesi man be kan tell me say masunda ye proud to that time aye koto aba man be kan tell me say masunda ye say Ekufuado ye gina baby na Ekufuado bae o say ono de otena ne kan o say ono de we wie de wo wie nti ono de okọ man be kan didn't it happen? Why do you think? It's because I pray that. Na nra me kwaka tell me say me ko bompa ye say we di nja na ende me be sunda ye say afenyu mark na engrofo di nechi and the CMPP for epe na ache na mafia no. Because I it's a personal relationship. Woni nyankopon kasa tre ne say me mpese meji edifo bi edifo omo ye nipa ebia na otwa me ntro me pese nyankopon wan kasa se dana ma se meso hu da ya yo de yi tre me na me hu me mpese wo third person bia bebem eya me ne wo relationship. So don't let this disappoint you. Memma de we man hu ne se odifo na de awa ye ni ntino wa hye nkoma mbe mu ntino me de me nsum nyame biom me de me nya Kristo sum da pi memma ne men. Don't do that. Don't do that. Continuously believe in your God. Continuously believe in the Bible. Believe in prophecies. Believe. Untra mo your comment box ni mo me da se.